The best mysteries, even when finally solved, can still have mysterious outcomes, especially stories concerning true crime cases. These solved mysteries come to both unexpected and unbelievable endings that are still puzzling to investigators because such strange and oftentimes criminal behavior cannot be explained. Number 5. In 2012, a suspected robber in South Korea made a shocking prison escape from a high-security holding cell in a way no one else knows how to do. The mystery of his daring prison escape, which baffled expert law enforcement agents, was quickly solved by reviewing CCTV footage. In the unbelievable moments caught on video, the man contorted his body so drastically that he was able to slip out of the cell through a tiny food slot, shocking criminal investigators. This strange but true story quickly garnered international attention as a manhunt for the escaped criminal caught on camera began. This is not the only such prison escape from the notorious 50-year-old individual known as Choi Gat-bok, who, as the head of an organized crime ring, had spent more than 20 of those years behind bars. In fact, the gangster had infamously escaped 22 years prior during a prison transportation. The escape artist, who was a yoga master, slipped through the iron bars of the transport bus windows to get away, only to be captured again after being on the loose for 2 days. Choi was arrested on September 12, 2012, and after 5 days of preparation, he made his prison escape very early on the 17th, while the prison guards were still asleep. Choi, who was measured at 5 foot 4 inches, coated himself in lotion before carefully sliding through the food slot at the bottom of his door, a small opening less than a half-foot tall and barely under 3 feet wide. The details of his daring true story of escape only get more amazing and seemingly impossible from there. Caught on CCTV footage, the criminal slides out head first, then wiggles out his right arm and shoulders. He was temporarily stuck about halfway and then freed himself, all in 34 seconds. An investigator who reviewed the footage of this unbelievable moment remarked that he moved flexibly like an octopus. After his last escape from prison, Choi stole car keys and a credit card from a nearby residence and traveled north towards the nearby Mount Nam. He quickly ditched the car and began to travel on foot through the mountains, reportedly hiding during the day and moving only at night. In an unexpected ending to this unusual case, he was discovered 6 days later, hiding in a cardboard box on the roof of an apartment building. According to true crime reports, he was returned to the same prison but placed in a cell with a much smaller food slot this time. Number 4. Sean Power, a Canadian tech entrepreneur and writer, went on a business trip to New York City in 2011. While visiting, his bag containing money, personal information, and Mac Pro went missing. 3 days after the laptop went missing, an anti-theft software program called Prey sent Sean a notification that the computer had been powered on, along with its current location, and a webcam image of the supposed criminal caught on camera. Sean went online and made social media posts on Twitter, and the strange but true story went viral. The internet solved the mystery in record time after the amateur online investigation matched the address to a restaurant in the Soho neighborhood of New York City. The man, unaware of the criminal accusations unfolding online, then signed into their personal Skype account, revealing their real name, Paolo Votano. Twitter further solved the mystery by discovering Paolo's name was registered as the co-founder of the very same restaurant that the picture was taken in. Sean contacted the police and explained the mystery and subsequent location of his lost device. But because he had returned home without reporting the computer as stolen, investigators were unable to remove it from Paolo's possession. At this point, the internet solved the mystery by retrieving the computer on Sean's behalf. In an unbelievable moment that was documented online, a follower approached the restaurant owner and took the laptop back, where it was eventually returned to a thankful Sean. For his part, Paolo was apologetic, After the true crime story broke, he explained how a mystery device was abandoned in a bag at the restaurant for about a week. When the bag was never picked up from the lost and found, Paulo said he simply decided to power on the laptop. He told the reporter that he would normally not have used it, but his own laptop had been recently stolen, and he called finding one at his restaurant good karma. Sean did not confirm Paulo's story was true, but Sean and Paulo have since spoken on the phone, and Sean thanked Paulo for safely returning the computer. The strange but true mystery had an unexpected amicable ending without criminal charges. Number 3. In 2012, Mohammed Ashan was sought by American forces in organizing attacks in southeastern Afghanistan. Afghan security forces identified him and circulated a wanted poster with his picture. In addition, they offered a $100 reward for the criminal's capture. Expectations of getting the mystery solved this way were quite low, and officials told reporters that money or not, wanted posters did not specifically end with any arrests or even leads. However, when Mohammed Ashan saw his face on a poster, he made a choice that led to this story's unbelievable ending. Ashan approached an Afghan checkpoint and attempted to turn himself in for the reward. Baffled Afghan officials called in US troops to make sure that this was a true story. They had never heard from a criminal fugitive on the loose who was really trying to turn himself in and expecting reward money. Using a biometric scan, Ashan's identity was confirmed. Reportedly, when asked by a serviceman if he was the man on the poster, he replied, yes, that's me. Can I get my reward now?" Needless to say, this strange but true story concludes with Muhammad's arrest. He apparently did not understand the agreement and was not granted the reward. Number 2. Joaquino Gamino is one of Italy's most wanted gangsters for decades. As a member of a mafia clan in Sicily, he was wanted for involvement in a number of serious crimes. Most of the stories involving his clan, known as Stida, involve their feud with Cosa Nostra, Sicily's strongest organized crime family since the 1990s. In 2002, Joaquino was serving a life sentence at a prison in Rome when he managed to escape. After his prison break, he went on the run from the criminal law enforcement for years. A crime scene investigation of the cell found no evidence of his escape, and true to form, no one in the mafia was telling any stories either. Aside from briefly making contact with his family sometime in the early 2010s, Joaquino was not heard from in over 10 years. That is, until a break in the unsolved case brought this true crime mystery to an unexpected ending. It appeared that he had fled to Spain sometime in the 2000s, where he settled in the town of Galapagar under a false identity. He was so comfortable there that he even opened his own restaurant in his false name, called El Huerto de Manu. It was while he was standing outside of his restaurant that Google cameras captured Joaquino having a conversation in plain view. Sicilian police were quick to add that the photo of Joaquino was not the only piece of evidence in the case, but was the final identifier that confirmed the escaped fugitive was surely located in Spain. When he was caught, the criminal was shocked by the unbelievable ending. He reportedly asked the police how they possibly had found him. Google Street View was surely not the expected answer to this strange solved mystery. As of early 2022, Italian authorities planned to transport Joaquino back to Sicily to continue his prison sentence. The restaurant is still on Google Maps, and according to one reporter, it has a 4.7-star rating. Number 1. Jonathan and Diana Tebby, a normal American couple living in Annapolis, Maryland, were hiding a dark and secret history. The solved mystery of the couple's hidden espionage activities shocked friends and neighbors when they were revealed by the FBI in October of 2021. The Tebbys were reportedly stressed by the struggles of raising their family in the political climate of 2016. Jonathan was working as a nuclear engineer in Washington, D.C., and Diana was working as a teacher at a private school, although she had a PhD in anthropology. In April of 2020, Jonathan, who was a former Navy lieutenant, leaked a mail package of classified Navy documents to what he believed was a foreign government official. In actuality, FBI files show a lead agent in an unspecified country received the package in December of 2020. This began a months-long FBI investigation into the Tebbys that culminated in their arrest in October of 2021. In one of the investigation's many unbelievable moments, Jonathan developed a personal relationship with his contact, who was an FBI agent posing as a foreign representative. He bragged that he was extremely careful to gather the FBI files slowly and naturally so nobody would suspect his plan. He also noted that he hoped the two would one day have a chance to meet in person, where they would laugh over stories of their shared exploits. The culmination of this true crime story began in June of 2021, when the undercover agent sent Jonathan a deposit of $10,000 in cryptocurrency. In response, Jonathan participated in a dead drop of an SD card concealed with a peanut butter sandwich. For a payment of an additional $20,000, Jonathan provided a decryption key for the SD card, which revealed restricted data related to submarine nuclear reactions. Later that summer in August, Jonathan provided a second SD card, this time concealed in a chewing gum package. Reportedly, Diana served as the organizer and instigator of these drops, while Jonathan was the one who stole and delivered the information. On October 9, 2021, the pair were arrested at a third drop site in West Virginia. On November 9, 2022, the Tebbys were finally sentenced for their criminal roles in the solved mystery of the nuclear secrets, which would have endangered American citizens if they were actually released. Both pled guilty, and Jonathan was sentenced to 232 months, or more than 19 years, and Diana received 262 months, or 21 years. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to keep up to date with all of our future uploads. But my name is Ty Knotts, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.